Hello, everyone. Um, Only thing I have to say is I've watched WrestleMania Night One. I did a live stream on Twitch. Um, what else is what else is there to say? Paul Heyman is a turncoat. That's all I gotta say. Paul Heyman is a legit turncoat. At the end of the day, he is. But yeah, night two of WrestleMania. It was. I'm just gonna say it. It was good. Um, but yeah. Um, it was. But what happened in the main event of night two between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and also CM Punk. For the life of me, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. Paul Heyman is a turncoat. Seth Rollins is turning back into Shiesty Rollins, and it's just, again, I still can't believe Paul Heyman did that to not only CM Punk but also to Roman Reigns. I Here's the thing. I actually thought that either Roman or CM Punk was going to win, but Paul Heyman pulled a swerve again. I mean, how many times is Paul Heyman going to betray the people who is working with him? How many times is this going to happen before and something tells me that somewhere down the line it's going to happen to Seth Rollins. But yeah, Seth Rollins, con uh, congratulations, but you and Paul Heyman are scumbags. Now, the first match, I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I knew that Jey Uso was going to win the match. I mean, because you can't. Here's the thing: to do what Gunter did to Jimmy Uso, that would have that would have anybody. I mean, anybody willing to go willing to go crazy. And I would say Gunter had it coming. And to me, it feels like Jey Uso was acting like a wild Samoan. And not only that, but he was actually laughing when Gunter was was you know giving him the business. And the fact that Jey Uso was laughing, it reminded me of when Roman Reigns faced Brock Lesnar for the first time at WrestleMania 31. Roman was Roman was laughing at the. I mean, I don't know how they do it. I mean, but they was just the fact that Jey Uso was laughing at the pain that he at the punishment. I'm sorry, but you have to be a wild Samoan in order to do that. A normal, and as of right now, I believe that Jey Uso is not a normal human being. He's he is the definition of you can hurt me, but I feel no pain. That's who Jey Uso is now. But yeah, Jey Uso is now the world heavyweight champion after choking out Gunter, the ring general. I'm and to tell you the truth, that match was that match was it was wild. You have moments where you think that where Gunter was about to win, but Jey Uso never gave up, and you know here's the thing: I still say that the world heavyweight title should have main evented night one of WrestleMania, despite what everyone is thinking, and despite you know, and despite the feud, being lackluster until a couple of weeks ago. Well, until Jimmy came into the fold. But yeah, I would give that match a a 4 out of 5, because even though it was good, I still think it. I still think at the end of the day, because and the thing is, before that, before he choked out Gunter, he hit the spear on Gunter. Then he decided to do not one, not two, but 3 Uso splashes. And then he decided, instead of pinning Gunter, he was going to choke him out. And Gunter, knowing that well, I would say that he learned his lesson from facing Ilya Dragunov that was back then when Gunter was the NXT UK champion. Yeah, Gunter tapped out to the Mad Dragon. And now now he decided, instead of passing out, because again, Gunter passing out, I think, would have been more satisfying than just having Gunter just give up like that. I think it would have been more satisfying for Jay. But yeah, at the end of the day, Jay Uso is now your world heavyweight champion. And as of right now, the New Day is the new world tag team champions as well. I was hoping that the Viking Raiders would retain, because here's the thing. After what the New Day did to Big E, I still believe that the New Day didn't deserve to win the tag team titles. But the New Day cheated to win the world tag team titles. They cheated. They cheated to win. But hey, like the saying goes, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Maybe I'm still bummed out over the fact that, the Street Profits are not on the WrestleMania card, because to tell you the because I don't know, maybe I'm still bummed out about that. Um, but yeah, and Jade Cargill defeated Naomi. It was a pretty good singles match. It was pretty good. There was a few botches here and there, but overall the match was good. I think they should have gone longer. Will we see more matches that featuring women without a title in next year's WrestleMania? It's possible. I ain't gonna lie, it's possible. It is. And then the new United States champion is Jacob Fatu. Yep, Jacob Fatu defeated L.A. Knight to win his first singles championship in the WWE. Now, Jacob Fatu is a former world champion outside of the WWE, because he went to because the first time I saw Jacob Fatu, it was at MLW, Major League Wrestling. Um and their world heavyweight champion. And that man had a dominant reign. And I think he reigned for about a couple of years. It was a couple of years that he reigned as the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. And then he lost the title, and because again he was moving on to New Japan Pro Wrestling. That was last year, and then all of a sudden, also last year, is when he appeared in the WWE for the very first time. I mean, if you think about it, he was a champion everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, he was a world champion. He was a world champion at All Pro Wrestling. He was he was a world champion there, and then he won the Internet Championship at All Pro Wrestling, and then he won the APW Tag Team titles while he was there too. And then he went to Defy, won their tag team title, and then he went to House of House of Glory and won the heavyweight title there. He went to Lit. There is a company named Lit Wrestling, and he was a champion there too. And then like he went to Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Then he went to then that's when after that he went to Major League Wrestling, where he won the MLW World Heavyweight title. He only won that title one time. And during his one reign lasted 819 days. But yeah, enough of the of Jacob Fatu's going down Jacob Fatu's history. Um, in the life, I just wanted to go down, the history, and this is Jacob Fatu's first singles championship in the WWE. And then we go down and we have, I still can't believe that he won, El Grande Americano defeated Ray Phoenix. He did it because he cheated, but uh, I guess if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Again, another person who won again, he wins over a luchador by cheat. And yeah, it's obviously Chad Gable under that mask. It's Chad Gable under that mask. Let's be real. And the fact that he had to use a metal plate within the mask in order to defeat Ray Phoenix, that's, to me, that's disrespectful to Lucha Libre. Shoot, you can say that this and a and trying to take off a luchador's mask is disrespectful to Lucha Libre. But yeah, El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, defeated Ray Phoenix. And there was an announcement. And the announcement is WWE is working with Triple A. And that is a wrestling company that's based in Mexico. And I'm going to say it. WWE is running circles against All Elite Wrestling. I mean, it's happening. And then I saw a post of The Rock wearing a New Japan shirt, a New Japan Pro Wrestling shirt. I can say right here right now, it's only a matter of time before they work with New Japan Pro Wrestling again. It's only a matter of time. Because think about the Japanese wrestlers that came from New Japan over to the WWE. There there is going to be a day when we start until we pretty much it's going to happen. I'm just going to flat out say it. It's only a matter of time before they work with New Japan Pro Wrestling again. And I'm going to say this. Something tells me that, again, we may see more New Japan wrestlers in WWE. And already I've seen that Tatsuya Naito is having his last match is his contract with New Japan is about to be up. So it wouldn't so again, when it comes down to it, I'm just going to say if we see if we see Tatsuya Naito in the WWE, that's when you will know that WWE is working with New Japan Pro Wrestling again. And to me, I think that would be a good thing. And Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair. And I was hoping that Charlotte will not win her 15th women's championship. Because again, how many times is Charlotte going to win the women's championship? How many times do we have to see that? I don't know, maybe 300 times? Seven, I don't know, maybe until she surpassed Ric Flair's uh, world title reigns. I don't know. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton, congratulations on defeating Charlotte Flair. And again, I already talked about the main event of night one. So that that's that. Um, Now we're getting into night two. The match that will be starting off first is the triple threat match for the women's world title. Well, the women's world championship. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Now, I'm going to say this. This was supposed to be Rhea, Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. But Io Sky ended up winning against Rhea Ripley and becoming the champion. And then during a contract signing, Rhea Ripley decided to come out and basically she attacked both Io Sky and Bianca Belair, and she signed on the dotted line. That reminded me of how Shawn Michaels got into the world heavyweight title picture back in 2004 when Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble match. But yeah, I'm I still think that Bianca Belair could win this match, or again, like Cody said on First Take, Io Sky could win this match and retain the title, because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley will be focusing on each other, and that will put Io in the position in order to win the match at the end. So I think that Bianca Belair or Io Sky may win this match. Now, I could be wrong and Rhea Ripley wins the match. It's possible. And but right now I don't know. We have to wait and find out. Um so yeah, I still think that it's either going to be Bianca or Io that wins this match. And then the match following that is Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental Championship versus Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio in a fatal four-way match. I know people are saying, Dominic Mysterio may win this match. But again, Finn Balor has surprised people in the past. But when you have Penta, one half of the Lucha Bros, in that match, that's when, the tide will turn. And again, you have Braun Breaker, who is the son of Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner in this match as well, and he's the champion. But I like the Steiner math that that Braun Breaker put out. Dang, the Steiner math. That is real funny. And then but I'm thinking it's either going to be Dominic or Penta that will win this match. Now, don't get me wrong, Braun Breaker has been a great Intercontinental Champion, but it's time to let someone else hold the title and at least push Braun Breaker to the world title scene. And at least do that. But yeah, I still think it's going to be either Penta or Dominic Mysterio. And the third match is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Only thing I'm going to say is I hope AJ Styles wins this match. I really do. I really hope he does win this match. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Damien, now it's time for the match after that. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. Oh boy. This street fight is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. If this street fight is anything like the street fight that Damien had with Bad Bunny at Backlash in 2003, I mean not 2003 but 2023. All I have to say is this match is going to go to the extreme. It's going to go to the ultimate extreme. And I mean, if it goes Damian Priest's way, Damian might win this match. If it goes Drew McIntyre's way, he might win the match. This match, the Sin City street fight, has me intrigued. It really does. Um, the next match after that is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the titles again, the women's tag team titles against Lyra Valkyria, and it was supposed to be Bailey, but she was taken out during the pre-show and everything. So Lyra has 24 hours to find another tag team partner. I think it's going to be Becky Lynch. It's going to be Becky Lynch. At this point, it has to be. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch as tag team champions. Now that would be a sight to see. And again, she will get her payback on Liv Morgan. Yeah, so I'm very interested in this match as well. And then the sixth match was supposed to be Orton versus Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens has a neck injury. And before I go any further, I want to say, Kevin Owens, thank you for everything. And thank you for all the memories. And I hope you get well soon and come back stronger than ever. But yeah, Randy Orton has issued an open challenge at WrestleMania. I still think that it has to be Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis. This match has to happen. It has to, because again, you have a multi multi-time world champion going up against a two-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and a former Total Nonstop Action Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion as well. Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis. That match has to happen. It needs to happen. And then we go to the main event. Cody Rhodes defending the title against John Cena. If John Cena wins, here's what's going to start happening. He will brag about it. But then here comes Randy Orton, because Backlash will be at St. Louis. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This right here. This is a poster of Randy Orton. And once again, Backlash will be at St. Louis, Missouri. As you can see right here, St. Louis, Missouri. That's what it says. And I'm starting to think that if Cena wins, it may be John Cena versus Randy Orton for the final time. If Cody wins, then we may be getting Rhodes versus Orton at Backlash next month. But yeah, if John Cena wins, he's going to do all he can to ruin professional wrestling for the WWE fans. That's exactly what he's going to do. And again, you know, I still think Cody may win. Bro, how do you feel about Gunter just to finish him tapping to Jay Uso in under 5 seconds? Well, to tell you the truth, I feel like that was a stupid idea, but nevertheless, Jey Uso got the win. I would think that after not one, not two, but 3 Uso splashes, he would just go for the pin and win it like that. But now since But now since he made Gunter tap out to a sleeper, nonetheless, it is what it is. And I do agree. It is a it's a bad I it was a bad idea to make Gunter tap out like that. It was, but nevertheless, nevertheless, Jey Uso is now the world heavyweight champion, and he won the title from Gunter by submission. But yeah, um, I here's the thing. I used to be when it comes to I still think that based on what I saw um on Friday night, I still believe that Cody might win this match because let's face it, I was a John Cena fan, but after what he said when it came to the discussion of John Cena burying talent, I'm not anymore because some of those talent that he claimed he buried, Edge was wrestling before John Cena even came to the WWE. Chris Jericho, he was already wrestling before John came to the WWE. Even Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle, they were both wrestling before Cena even came to the WWE. But yeah, I still think that Cody Rhodes might win this match because even though Cena is the greatest of all time, John Cena is also known for making mistakes in matches too. If you were to go and look at some of his old matches, you will see where sometimes he will make a mistake. So all it takes is that one mistake and Cody Rhodes wins the match. But yeah, I still think that Cody might win this match. I could be wrong. Again, John Cena may pull this off. But yeah, at the end of the day, we got to wait and see. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. I want to thank the people who came in and voiced their opinions. And yeah, I'm going to say the first match. Something tells me that Bianca Belair is going to win this match, or Io Sky might win this match. So all the Rhea Ripley fans out there, you have to understand, if Io wins this match, it would be because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley was too busy focusing on each other to the point where Io Sky has an opening and she winds up winning. And now again, I may be wrong about this. I'm like I'm going to admit this. I was wrong about the War Raiders retaining the World Tag Team titles on night one. I was wrong. I still think that the War Raiders should have retained the titles. But if Valhalla was out there, they probably could have retained the World Tag Team titles. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who came to the live stream. I will be live streaming the event on Twitch. Um, and hopefully we get to see Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis for the first time. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming. Make sure to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. We got every time a wrestling event comes up, I will be doing lives like this. And, but I'm not gonna lie to anyone. I'm still pissed off about what happened in the main event of night one. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna end the live stream. Paul Heyman is not to be trusted, and Seth Rollins is a scumbag, and he will forever be a scumbag. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming, and until later on tonight, love, peace, and happiness, and I'm out. Peace.